high-risk individuals and their families may face threats to their personal safety and security. Threats may arise from national security concerns, such as from state-backed actors or terrorists. Knowing the level of security that is provided by your doors, windows, and internal walls is paramount in keeping you and your family safe. Most standard doors, windows, and internal walls fitted in residential and business premises are inherently vulnerable to attack. NSPA has conducted detailed analysis of this threat and ran a series of comprehensive trials in which windows, doors, and internal walls were attacked using various portable tools, including sledgehammers. From this research, NSPA has produced guidance on how high-risk individuals can improve the security of their homes. This guidance outlines the range of steps you can take to improve the security of your doors, windows, and internal walls. It details how, through replacing or retrofitting your current doors, windows, and internal walls, you can improve your home security and increase delay time against forced entry. This film focuses on improving your windows. There are separate films that focus on improving your doors, patio doors, and internal walls. Standard windows are likely to offer little delay against forced entry. Enhancing your existing windows using the modifications outlined in this video, or fitting new windows that are designed and installed to meet an appropriate security standard, is paramount in keeping you and your family safe. When enhancing existing windows, it is essential to enhance all key components to provide equivalent levels of resistance and to deliver an effective delay against forced entry attack. For example, the fixings which connect the frame to the window reveal should be as resilient as the frame and glazing. This is known as balanced design. Windows generally include the following main components: fixed window lights, opening window lights or a combination of both. Components: the glass, hinges, locking points, handle, frame, and window reveal. The framing can be split into the following components: an outer fixed frame consisting of the head, jambs, and sill, intermediate transoms or mullions, and opening frames. Without enhancement, standard timber, aluminium, or UPVC windows can be breached in seconds. In order to improve a window's delay against forced entry, typically you need to enhance or replace your windows. There are different enhancement designs available to provide either a short or longer-term solution. Short-term solutions are intended to provide protection for a period of time when a high-risk individual may be staying or working at a location for a number of months, or when they are there for a longer period and the long-term solution has yet to be installed. Long-term solutions should be used when a high-risk individual is to live or work at a location for an extended time. As a short-term solution to reinforce existing casement windows, polycarbonate can be fixed to the rear of frames, giving added protection. It should be noted that the window cannot be opened while the retrofit is installed. A 6mm or thicker polycarbonate sheet should be installed across the protected side of the window. Ensuring the polycarbonate is robustly connected to the window frame and window reveal is key. Steel enhancement profiles should be installed on all four edges to uniformly clamp the polycarbonate to the window frame. These should be fixed in place by screws at 150mm spacing. The steel enhancement profiles on the jambs should have returns that enable them to also be fixed directly to the window reveal using secondary fixings. The correct screw type for the window reveal material should be selected. The strength of the masonry is still likely to be a limiting factor. For a more permanent long-term solution, multiple modifications to an existing window must be made. These modifications are enhancing the glazing, strengthening the frame, increasing the number of fixings into the window reveal, adding window tethers to the opening lights. All mitigation measures must be installed to achieve a balanced design. If any one component is improved, the others will still likely fail and limit the performance. Standard domestic glazing is very susceptible to being breached and can break within a few seconds when impacted with a hard object. Enhancing the glass specification can provide an increase in delay against forced entry. We recommend a glass and polycarbonate laminate consisting of 4 mm thick toughened outer glass ply, which faces a potential threat, an air cavity, and an inner laminate of the protected side, which comprises of 4 mm thick polycarbonate sheet laminated between plies of annealed glass. The exact glass specification shown on the screen should be used. This specification is commercially available. To ensure the frame is as strong as the glazing, you should install glazing retention angles in the glazing pocket. Steel enhancement profiles should be installed onto all parts of the window frame and shaped to match the approximate profile of the existing frame. These should be fixed in place by screws at 150 mm spacing. The steel enhancement profiles on the jambs should have returns that enable them to also be fixed directly to the window reveal. If the window is formed from multiple panels or has opening parts, the connection between the internal framing elements and the external frame is vulnerable. The enhancement bead across the internal framing should be welded to the external enhancement beads to strengthen the connection. The framing for openable window lights is also vulnerable. Steel enhancement profiles should be fixed onto the frames. Steel corner enhancements should also be added to hold the frame together if impacted. Window locking restrictors should be applied to all openable windows and fixed back to steel reinforcement. 2 restrictors should be installed on the locking edge and 2 on the hinge edge. These delay the window opening if the locks are compromised. Residential windows are typically fixed within reveals constructed from bricks or blockwork. Typically, only 2 primary fixings per jamb are used to secure the window. Testing showed that the typical fixing methods are quickly overmatched during an attack, providing less than 10 seconds delay to detach the window from the reveal. To achieve a balanced design, the number of fixings into the jambs should be increased to maximize the connection strength. There are 2 sets of fixings into the window reveal, and both need to be enhanced. Primary fixings are installed through the window frame and into the window reveal. Secondary fixings are an additional set of fixings between the steel enhancement profile and window reveal on the jambs. The type of fixings depend on the window reveal material: block, brick, or timber. The strength of the masonry is still likely to be a limiting factor. There is an alternative approach to reinforcing your glazing. This is where a second security-rated window is installed behind the primary window. These work to provide additional protection against forced entry attack. However, their performance depends on how they are fixed back to the window reveal. These systems are independent of the existing window and therefore can be installed behind any window type. Fixed light secondary glazing systems mounted on the protected side of the existing window perform best. However, open or secondary windows are also available. Consideration can also be given to installing bars or security shutters on either side of the window. However you choose to improve your windows, you must carry out a risk assessment and also use a competent and trained installation service accustomed to these specialist specifications, as these are significant deviations from the standard home installation. You must consider adapting, improving, or changing your doors, windows, and internal walls to buy yourself valuable time in the event of a forced entry attack. Through making the enhancements and changes as outlined in the guidance, you can help improve your home security and increase delay against attacks. But however you choose to improve your home security, any improvements and enhancements should not be made in isolation and must be considered as part of an overall approach to security to provide the best protection for you and your family. Information about other measures can be found at Protect Your Home and the NPSA website.